very real.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Real Rap Reviews. I'm one of the co hosts of the Real Rap Entertainment Podcast, Javier, and today we're going to be talking about The First Omen. The First Omen is directed by Arsaka Stevenson. This is her first, kind of like her directorial debut, her big feature film, and it's a prequel to the original Omen film directed by Richard Donner, which was released in 1976. So we kind of got like a new prequel, new story going on. So let's kind of dive in and talk about it. The film is about a young American woman. Her name is Margaret. She is sent to Rome to begin her life as service to the church, but soon encounters darkness that causes her to question her faith while uncovering a terrifying truth and a conspiracy that soon unfolds into this world of complete just darkness and chaos, and that brings out basically a birth of evil. And I have to say, when I first heard about this movie being released, I saw the trailer, and to be honest, I didn't really think too much of it. I didn't really grow up watching The Omen or anything like that. I've heard of the film, but when you think of kind of those supernatural films, usually more The Exorcist kind of sticks out more. But I have seen The Omen, and it is a good horror movie. I think it's a good film of its time. But man, definitely this one is really fun and very enjoyable, I have to say, for first-time director Ahsoka Stevenson. I mean, she does a really fantastic job here in just kind of rebooting and revisioning the Omen franchise, and she creates an unsettling dream-like experience which leads us into this world of darkness in The First Omen. And the look of the film is great. The aesthetic of the film, it perfectly captures its 70s tone because the film takes place in 1971. Margaret, she comes from America, she goes to Rome, and then soon she devotes her life to church service, and she's helping out in a local orphanage. She soon comes across a young girl named Carlita who has troubles of herself, so she becomes sort of like, kind of like looks over her and becomes like a big sister to her in a way. And the visuals in this film are definitely very disturbing, but creative, and they match the film's dark tone. And it's not like over the top crazy, but the visuals are pretty scary and pretty intense to look at times. The film is suspenseful and thrilling, and again, what I appreciate is it doesn't go too overboard with it. When we know a lot of horror movies or suspense thrillers, they can go overboard with its scares. And the film, I think it perfectly matches its balance with not going overboard and gives a perfect thrills and adds suspense to it, which I think it works very smoothly, and it packs a spooky punch in the end. And also too, Nell Tiger Free, this is one of her like breakout roles. This is like one of her first major leading roles, and I think she did a fantastic job here as Margaret. She comes in, a girl from America, excited to start her new life as a nun serving the church. Grew up very religious, so she wants to devote her life to God and the church and to learn those before her. And I think she gives a perfect performance because she comes in as this excited young girl, but soon she starts to question what's been going on, in this church and in this orphanage that she's working at, and a lot of crazy stuff. And she soon comes closer to a truth that there's like an evilness going on within, but she's not sure how to land on it. She has her suspicions about it, but soon it takes her into this dark world, and she soon finds the unrevealing truth of the dark side of it. And I think she just did a fantastic job in this movie. Kudos to her. She really carried the film well, especially for her first time breakout role. She's a young up and coming actress, and I definitely would like to see her in more roles. She just crushed this film very well. She did such a great job. Cannot stress that enough. And the film is well paced too. It's not super slow. If you look at the kind of the First Omen, because I revisited the First Omen going into this film, the First Omen came out almost 50 years ago in 76. So its tone is, I think this tone of this film is well paced. It's somewhat of a slow burn, but it's not super slow. It keeps you going with this mystery, because in the way the film does play out in a mysterious way, she's trying to uncover this dark truth that's hiding within this group of nuns and pastors that she's working with. And it's a freaky fun time, and it's worth the watch. I thought it was a wonderful surprise because I saw the trailer and I thought the trailer looked promising, and then I heard really good reviews, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And yeah, it was a very enjoyable movie. It was, like I said, it was thrilling, suspenseful, and it was fun and not super, super scary. I mean, don't get me wrong, the film is disturbing. We're talking about the devil and a lot of crazy, mysterious, dark myths here and evil. But the film is, I think it's very well balanced and doesn't overwhelm its stay, and it gives you that scares, that thrill and suspense. And with, like I said, with a great lead, with Nell Tiger Free, who crushes in this role, I think The First Omen is a really enjoyable time, especially for fans who were a fan of the Omen franchise or just like a good horror movie in general. The Omen is definitely for you. It's a fun choice. I'm going to recommend The Omen. I'm going to go ahead and give The First Omen a B+. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for our next review here at Real Rap Entertainment.